Well, when you go live, sometimes you have to straighten out your tie. You know what I find challenging sometimes is you see the little knot there. Sometimes you have to get it just right. And then also, sometimes my shirts, you see this little gap here? Sometimes the gap doesn't do me justice. Sometimes the gap is a little too wide, I think. It has to be done just right in order for you to get the exact amount of leeway so that your tie, when you set your tie, you set it right. Do you know people that are perfectionists when it comes to their ties? Do you know people like that? I know people that are obsessive with ties. I mean, one little slight deviation from the center mark, they literally are in convulsions. They look in the mirror and they think, hey, this is not perfect. The tie is not perfect. I'm not one of those, just so you know. I'm one of these people that, I must confess, though, I do want the tie to sit right. Okay, because if it's off kilter, it doesn't help anybody. All right. Hello, everybody. Mufaya Waluka, KBF, he says, or she says. Good afternoon. Hello, Samantha Holland. Samantha Holland, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. Every time I go live, I look for your name, Samantha Holland. I never see it. Are you busy? Samantha, did you get the COVID shot? That's the question I need to ask you today, Samantha. Go ahead and tell me in the comments below, did you get the COVID shot, Samantha? This is Facebook. This is one of our faithful viewers, Samantha Holland. And last I checked, I think she was writing from, where was that? Samantha, where are you? Tell us where you are. I forget. Was it Florida or California? I forget which one. There's Honorable Kalumba Chishimba. Shani ba boss, shani mwebo ba kaluba. Ni ba kaluba? Kalumba, not Kaluba. Ba Kalumba. Okay. Oh, great. Samantha Holland got and you got both of them. Fantastic. Samantha, you must know this. I had my first COVID shot a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going back in about 7 weeks. I think it's 7 weeks, 7 or 8 weeks. I go back for my second shot. And I must tell you, I had no side effects. My wife and my kids, on the other hand, they felt a bit fluish. They did. They had a slight headache. They felt fluish. They were down for a couple of days. But as soon as that 48-hour mark was passed, boom, they were back in the game. So they're fine. So we have one more shot to go, and I'm excited about this. And for those of you that have not received your COVID shots, guys, do the right thing. It took, let me be honest with you. I work with my sister. She's down the hall. Okay, her office is down the hall. I've been talking to her about getting her shot for weeks. I keep telling her, hey, go and get the shot. She would drag her feet on the issue. Finally, I stopped asking her about it. I just stopped. Yesterday, she calls me up and she says, guess what? I said, what? She says, I got the shot. I said, what shot? She says, I got the COVID vaccine shot. I said, well, it's about time. Goodness. Then you're not gonna believe this. I've been trying to convince my mother for weeks to go for the vaccine shot. She wouldn't do it. Finally, she calls me up and says, you're not gonna believe this. I finally got the shot. I said, Mother, you're a credit not only to your race, but you're a credit to this nation. Thank you. So I said all of that to say this. Go and get the COVID vaccine shot. It'll only do you good if you're going to sit on the computer and on your phone, twiddling your thumbs, contemplating on whether or not you'll get the shot. 2021 is going to be over, and you're still going to be sitting at home thinking, should I or should I not get the shot? Get the shot. Okay. All right. Jack says, I'm encouraged. I will go for the vaccine. You must. Jack, here's the thing, Jack. It's for you. It's there to help you. Can you imagine how clever, to use a very basic word, how clever mankind is? We managed to come up with a vaccine in record time. This time last year, we had no vaccine. I mean, literally, we had no vaccine. But here it is, down the road, mankind, God has given mankind the dexterity. He's given mankind the wherewithal, the ability, the ingenuity to come up with a vaccine. And here you are sitting at home, twiddling your thumbs, wondering whether or not to get the vaccine. Guys, get the vaccine. It'll only help you. It will not hinder you in any way. Boom. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. You know, because I know many of you are going to start saying, okay, Mwewa, can you please get to the point because my bundles are finishing. Get to the point, Mwewa. All right, here it is. Let me take a sip of it. Let me take a swig. Mufaya says, where's the vaccine for HIV? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. You're going to have to ask a doctor for that. All right. Samantha, guys, this is a word from Samantha Holland. Samantha Holland is saying, get the vaccine, people. It is important and vital to your health. So there it is. Okay. David Musonda. Not no Mubemba. I'm still waiting for the side effects. David Musonda, you're going to be waiting a long time. Just go and get the vaccine, David. All right, guys, let's get into it. Okay. This afternoon, many of you heard there's an alliance, apparently. Okay, let me bring this close to me so that I'm comfortable. I'm sort of leaning forward. And I came across this news. You know how you go down the wormhole and you come across this news that there's a group of Zambian political parties that have decided to form an alliance. Okay? Now, before I get into that, let me just mention here very quickly. My broadcast today, I'm not coming to you as a political scientist. Okay? I'm not coming to you as a politician. I do not come to you on this live broadcast as an expert in all things politics, but I do have one weapon in my arson. Can you say arson? Is it arson or arsonery? Please tell me in the comments below. For some reason, I've just gone completely blank on that word. I have one weapon in my arson. I think it's arson. Is it arson? Goodness. All right, here we go. I've just gone completely blank on that. Please, somebody tell me in the comments, what am I supposed to say? One weapon in my arson. Arson. All right. My voter's card. Boom! Silver and gold have I none, but such as I have giveth I unto thee. In the power vested in me, I will vote. This is the weapon I have. This is my weapon of choice. This, for those of you that do not know or do not recognize this is a voter's card for 2021. So I come to you as a voter. So as a voter, I have a very valid opinion because what I think will be translated once I walk into a voting booth. Okay? So please do not dismiss me as a political novice, which some of you will do. You say, no, Mwewa, you just stick to English. Huh? Why must you embroil yourself in all things politics? You know nothing about politics, Mwewa. Just stick to those English words you teach us. No, I'm a voter. So because I'm a voter, I have a voice. Is this in the way? I get the feeling that this is, because this microphone is very imposing, you know. Oh, Shala Mushala says Arsenal. Arsenal. Emmanuel says Arsenal. Guys, listen, I'm trying to concentrate. Don't make me digress. Here it is. So I'm a voter. So because I'm a voter, I have a very valid opinion. Now, earlier today, a group of Zambian politicians came together and they announced an alliance. Now, listen to this. 4 political parties came together today to announce their alliance. Listen to the names of the political parties, okay? They came up with an alliance called the Zambia We Want, okay? This is the name of the alliance. Now, I'm going to give you the names of the political parties, the 4 political parties that have come together as an amalgamation to form what they are calling the Zambia We Want. And I'm going to do this in a random order. These names are given to you from me in no particular order. So I'm not going to start with the strongest to the weakest or vice versa. I'm just randomly throwing them out to you, okay? The first political party is Movement for Democratic Change. How unoriginal. I mean, how do you wake up and call your party Movement for Democratic Change? How confusing is that? Think about the acronym. Goodness. That's the first one. The second political party that has come to the fore is Zambians for Empowerment and Development. How unoriginal. I mean, my 14-year-old can come up with that, okay? Third political party that has come to the fore meaning F-O-R-E, not number 4, F-O-R-E, to the fore, that has come ahead, that has come forward, is, did we say this? This is Movement for Democratic Change. Movement for Democratic Change. Zambia Must Prosper Movement. That's the name of another political party. Let's see here. Oh, I wrote the same one twice. Movement for Democratic Change. Hold on just one second, because I had the other one written down here. Just give me a moment. Right, change. Zambia Must Prosper Movement. Zambians for Empowerment and Development. Did I write that? Yes, I did. They're supposed to be 4, are they not? Movement for, oh, right, here we go. Yeah, here's the other one. Sorry, just give me a moment. Okay, just give me a moment, because I got to get it up there. Is it? Movement for Change and 1 second here. Here's the 4th one. Movement for Change and Equality. Can you believe this? How confusing is this? I mean, is it a wonder that I thought I'd already written it down? All these political parties sound the same. There is no difference in the names of the political parties. Okay? Now, they came together and they said, we have unity of purpose. KBF, whom I happen to know, was sort of leading the charge with this. But here's the thing. Here's my takeaway from their press conference. They were completely unprepared. They didn't know what the heck they were talking about, because on one hand, one of them, Mr. Felix Mutate and a few others, they were talking about how we are maintaining our independence, but we can still work together. So I'm thinking, so what is this meeting for? If you haven't decided on the fundamentals, why are you here? Why have you called for this press conference? If you're speaking with a double tongue, let me reiterate. You're saying we are willing to work together, but we still maintain our independence. I'm like, so what is all this for? So my takeaway is that those guys are not prepared. They are not. They're not prepared for an alliance. Now, here's my advice, and you tell me what you think. The best thing that you four political parties can do is join the Reds. Boom. There, I said it. Boom. You're wasting your time. You're tiptoeing through the tulips. You're groping in the dark. You're grasping at straws. You're playing patty cake, baker man. You are rearranging the chairs on a cruise ship. It doesn't matter where you put the chairs. The cruise ship is still going to maintain its course. So what you need to do is get off your high horse and stop thinking that you are the be-all and end-all of politics and align yourself with an established opposition party. Don't waste my time as a voter. You think that at this stage of the political game, you think I'm going to waste my time listening to a party called the Zambia We Want Alliance? At this stage of the game? Guys, newsflash, the elections are in 3 months. Are they? Is that 3 months? June, July, August. Yeah, May is basically gone, okay? So forget May. And here it is, you're coming to the table at the 11th hour, and you're talking to me about forming a political party called the Zambia We Want. You're wasting my time as a voter. I'm not voting for you. You know why? Because you're wasting my time. You should say something. It's real. It's real. You don't have the capability. You don't have the capacity. You don't have the dexterity. You don't have the ability to galvanize a whole nation behind you at this stage of the game. You're dreaming. That's what you're doing. You're dreaming. Now, this is what amazes me about these politicians. I mean, these guys are some pretty smart guys. I mean, I can't hold a candle next to KBF. I mean, KBF is a sharp guy. I mean, he's an amazing lawyer. I mean, these guys are sharp. I am nowhere near their sharpness. Mutati, the guy he's a former minister of finance, for goodness sake. Can you imagine how smart he is? What about those other guys that he was sitting with? The other gentlemen, not guys, sorry. Let me be respectful because they're older than I am. The other gentlemen that they were sitting with. These are seasoned Zambians. But there they are talking about an alliance in the 11th hour. Guys, let me break this down for you, just in case you missed it. and I will say this in no uncertain terms, there will be no ambiguity. I'm going to say this as sure as I'm sitting here, as straight as an arrow. I will tell you this, and it's this. This year's elections, 2021, is basically a fight between two political parties, the Greens and the Reds. Period. I mean, that's the truth, okay? That is the honest to goodness truth. You are out of your everlasting mind if you think anything other than that. You're dreaming. If you think that at this stage of the game, you can introduce a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh player in the political arena and think for one moment that you can affect change with that attitude, you got your head in the clouds. You don't know what the heck you're doing. And you can rant and rave and whoop and holler and shout and scream all you want to, but the bottom line is, when the dust settles and when the dew dries and when the last vote is counted, the fight will only be between these two political parties. So going in, my advice to the Zambia We Want alliance is, if you really, if you're that opposed, because you are by nature and by definition, you are an opposition political party. So if you are an opposing faction within the political scheme of things, it's safe for me to deduce and to conclude that you are an opposition political party. So the smartest thing to do is align yourself with the Reds. Cover your opposition. All of you together, you four political parties. Let me name you. Let me name you again. Movement for Democratic Change. We don't even know who the heck you are. Zambians for Empowerment and Development. How unoriginal. Movement. Oh no, it's this one here. I keep repeating that one. Here's the Zambia Must Prosper movement. And lastly, Movement for Change and Equality. All of you together are not able to beat the Reds. All of you together. You pale into utter insignificance when you compare yourself to the Reds. So why didn't you guys come together? Because wani sambidila. Gentlemen, you are smart, amazing Zambians. You're smarter than me, I can tell you that. Way smarter than I am. Say, Vane, I think let's just align ourselves with the biggest opposition political party. Why wouldn't you do that? Let me tell you why you're not going to do that. Because you have it in your head that the Reds are different from you and that you can't sit at the same table and have a conversation and agreement with them. Guys, it's 3 months away. August the 12th is upon us. Literally, it's a stone throw away from here. You are in no position to make or create such an alliance. It is a pure, quintessential waste of time. And I refuse to be a part of it. Boom, there. Now, notwithstanding, KBF is a good guy. He's my friend. I like him. We talk on a regular. But this move here, it's the wrong move. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to dent the armor. It's not going to scratch the surface. You are tiptoeing through the tulips. That's all you're doing. Forget it. Push all of your weight, if you truly are an opposition political alliance, which I want to believe you are. If you truly are an authentic, genuine opposition political alliance, do the logical thing. Call the leader of the Reds and say, hey, we got a proposition for you. Can we meet somewhere over lunch and talk about our nation? I'm pretty sure he'll accommodate you. I mean, I don't know the leader of the Reds. I've met him once, twice, but we don't speak on a regular. But I'm almost confident that because you share a common goal and you share a common platform, that is to say, you're both opposition, I'd imagine you've got stuff to talk about. So my advice to you is call the leader of the Reds, set up a meeting, have your people call his people, and make it work. Boom! Make it happen. All right, guys. I need your opinion. This is my number. Call me. Okay, let me set up this because I have to set it up every time. Every time I do a live show, I have to set it up so that you guys can give me a call. Here it is. Let me throw my number up there. Boom. There's my number. Rodecaster Pro connected for calls and audio. My question is, do you think it's practical for these politicians to create an alliance outside of an alliance with the Reds? I know that's a mouthful, but basically what I'm saying is that is it worth creating an opposition alliance when there is already a major opposition party in play that you could easily align yourselves with? I mean, that's my question. Tell me what you think. Call me on that number and give me your opinion, and let's get this show on the road. If you're not going to call me, I'm going to wrap the show up, okay? Let me read some of your comments. No. Kayula says, no, it's too late in the game. Shy says, I agree with you. David Musonda says, it's too late, maybe for 2026. Call me on that number. What do you think? Is it too late? Is it practical? Is it possible to create an alliance outside of the Reds and still make a significant political contribution? What do you think? Tell me in the comments and call me if you can. Lombemulenga says exactly my thoughts, Mr. Simon Mwewa Lane Television. This is what we want from vloggers, taking interest in what affects what? Affects funnies. Funnies? What are you trying to say? All right, here's a comment. The new alliance is too weak looking at time. Time is of the essence, guys. We're in the final hour. We're in the last lap. And these guys are coming together trying to form a political alliance that simply will not effect any dent. That's what I think. Tell me what you guys think. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Mwewa, this is David Musonda.
Musonda, go ahead. Dave, I've just been reading your comment.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick one. You see, we should have Zambia at heart. It's unfortunate that there are these noises, they are more like folk noises around. We need a serious movement, like joining the Reds or maybe joining the Greens, would be decision than I think it's just a folk noise for now. People should have a determined vision. It's too late, maybe 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Thank you for that call, brother. Oh, here's a comment. Kasonde J Zambia. Is that J Zambia? We don't have time for an alliance, guys. I've been saying it. This is what I feel. As noble as it is, it's too late to form you don't have the troops on the ground to mobilize a force, a recognizable force that can affect change. Let's be real about that. As noble as your cause may be, and as intelligent as you guys are, and you guys are smart, but you're not doing the right thing. You haven't done the right thing. You know who used to say that? Malcolm X used to say that. Okay, here we go. This is who? This is Chinenga Mwembe says, most of these alliance parties do not have structures. I think you meant to say do not have structures. It's true. How are you going to affect change? You have no structures on the ground. You have no troops. I mean, you have no troops. Guys, look at the names. Look at these names. Look at them. Movement for Democratic Change? How confusing can you be? Zambians for Empowerment and Development? Inonjita. Here's another one. Zambia Must Prosper Movement? Inonjita. Movement for Change and Equality? Guys, as my mother used to say, my mother's still alive and she still says it today. Mulebako serious. You know, when I do something and my mother thinks I'm not, she says, Mulebako serious. Mulebako serious. Come on, guys, be serious. Okay, give me one more phone call. Give me your opinion. Call me on that number. Tell me what you think. Okay. Oh, guys, listen to this one. Listen to this one. Listen to this one. This is J.F. Mtale. Looks like a social media alliance with no following on the ground. Do you know who that reminds me of? The Leprechaun. The Leprechaun has 400,000 plus people that like his page, but let him call for a rally out here. Let him organize a rally in Soweto Market or in Kanyama or Mandevu or Kwa George. See how many people show up for that. This is what we're talking about. Be practical in your approach. Again, I'm speaking to you as a voter. My voice echoes. Why? Not because of me, but because of the fact that I have this little thing in my hand. This little document that sort of makes me a force to reckon with. Don't listen, I'll cut you. This is the weapon of choice right here. So don't mess with me. I know what I'm talking about. As a voter, don't mess with me. Okay? All right. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
A very good evening to you. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking to Mr. Ntakakuya.
Mkwai, go ahead, sir.
I'm thinking the alliance which they have made up these guys, for them, it's too late for this time. The best step as for now is to join with the big opposition, which we have currently. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Sure. So I think what KBF and other guys are doing right now, they're just they're wasting people's time and people's emotions to say the best way, if they really meant well for Zambians and they wanted to take up that role of them being responsible, they could have just direct joined the raids and say, you work together in this category. Not them just selecting themselves and say, we're making an alliance. Again, leaves us the question mark. By the end of the day, whom are they going to join? Because we know on the what they weren't able to deliver. So it's a sheer wasting of time, them beating around the bush. Let them just come on board. I believe you have got the influence. Try to make you with your power within you, talk to them, both sides, the raids and those guys. If they can just come together with unity of purpose to serve the people. That was my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, son. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very valuable contribution there. You know, don't waste people's time. Not this late in the game, guys. Come on. You know, I say guys because, you know, I saw a few, maybe one or two seniors. I'm a senior myself. That's terrible. But 50 is the new 39, just so you know. 50 is the new 39. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hello there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, sir. Where are you calling us from?
This is Terry calling from Canada.
From Canada?
Yes.
Wow, where in Canada? Are you in Ottawa or where? Alberta, where?
No, I'm in Ottawa.
Ottawa, right, okay.
About 11 degrees. Yeah.
Wonderful. Please go ahead, sir. And who am I speaking with?
This is Terry.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
So, it's a bit too late for them to do that. The main reason is that I think it's just a ploy for divide and rule. Those guys would be sponsored by the government. First of all.
It's possible.
So the other day you mentioned something about having the necessary funds to run the campaign. Now, do they have the money to do that?
I doubt it.
What do they want to achieve? What do they want to achieve that the other guys can't achieve? So it's just that we as Zambians have created this environment. We've given, let me just say, most of us are selfish. Everyone wants to be a president, you know. The best that these guys can do is join the other teams that they can join PF, join EPND. You know, so many other parties out there that have almost the same ideologies as them. You know. So again, a fish starts rotting from the head, right? So most of these things have been created by the TF, you know, and by virtue of them not trying to, you know, address some of the issues, that's why each and everyone thinks that they can change something about the country, you know. So, in my view, in a nutshell, I would say it's just a waste of time. It's that, you know, these non-entities just want to split votes so the ruling government can stay in power. Other than that, it's just a waste of time.
Thank you for your contribution, brother.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Whatever.
I agree with him when he says it's a waste of time. It's a pure, quintessential waste of time. If you truly are an opposition front, align yourself with the major opposition party to achieve your goal. But if you're going to stand on the other side of the aisle and call yourselves an opposition alliance this late in the game, you're wasting our time. Don't do that. Hello.
Mwawombeni wa Chitambala.
Mkwai ni mwabani.
ne bachinyanta kwa kazembe kulwapula kono
Emkwaye kumyesu uko ni kumyesu uko.
mkwaye
Uh-huh.
tukonka bwino ebyashidi
Emkwaye, go ahead, sir.
mkwaye ngetu bose barera ndeshita yachepa ngatatuika tenenga fwewe na Zambia baba ntufefe twaikatana tubombe chapamo passport fe umuntu fenga unga fe umonga ni ba opposition abamano ngate ba opposition because takwetena nani kana vision fish twala bakonkera
inonshita
inonshita twala ba support na chinshi ma structures inshibakwete
yali kwiya yo ama structures yali kwitu tuyamone
ni ba MP bakafunya kuita mu 3 months
impia shikafuma kwi
Pantu abene beka tabale understand bamutata bapangire bupate yabwe tabakwetena ba MP tabakwetena ba council tabakwetena nka branch kama kuno kudwapula mtu alaba konka shani kwebena Zambia problem ndi tatwa ikatena ngatwa ikatera pe wino ne cha chesu cha pantanshi
amkwana totela
na eba tambato atotela kuno tremi umfa pe wino.
Thank you, sir. Bless you.
Bless you too.
Thank you. Bless you. Guys, you know, KBF said something in his address. And you know, KBF he's a fire brand when he comes to speaking. I mean, he's an incredible speaker, you know. He said something like, okay, let me take this phone call and then we'll do this. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Joe ku katambalala kwa malegeni ku Matero side.
Kwa malegeni?
Kwa malegeni.
Ku Matero?
Ku Matero ku last kuja.
Kuri ba mouse.
Side kuja queen. My point is
yes.
Ichintu chonse cyane kwa deshita chitampira ko. So abaista yabo ya kutampa ni rero. Mule umfwai?
Nde umfamkwai.
So abo batampa so that inangu after 5 years tabapitire yo imbi bakesa pita problem ya opposition yandi tukwete selfish kukupendera wishene ngombe shinga ushireshani ukwetenshi apa so taibomba tiba isireka it's better wa jamii na limo so that after 5 years wakwateshina. So as for me balifiye bwino abo bambe ishina barete beshina na utatu bapisishe batrisi na bamba ikinshozi cyari kwata intendekero yabo ni rero bitakuba kidaba cyero ibo takwetensho na utabapitira apa 5 years bagenda pitarimbi.
Okay,
I
get that point.
Yes, ingombe shinga bale kupengere ngombe ushike na shena after wamuna kyambo kuwama opposition yesu shiro ikairi bwino limolimo.
Naumfwa. Mkwai. Bless you. Let me just say, usually the history in Zambia of opposition alliances is that they usually have a common goal, and that goal has a time frame. Once that time frame expires, very few, I can't think of one opposition alliance that stayed together after the time frame. That's the problem. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Mo.
A very good evening to you, sir.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm well. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, you're speaking to Gavi.
Hey, Gavi, go ahead.
Yes, please. I think these guys are time wasters. We need the people who are very serious, looking at the situation in our country. The people are supposed to be united so that we all work towards achieving the same goal. But what I'm saying is there's no potential in this so-called alliance that these guys have formed. From the previous caller, I can also concur with him by saying that these guys don't have even any representatives from the branches. No MP, no councillor whatsoever. How would you even start like that? If they wanted to have this alliance, they were supposed to start from some time back to realizing, not starting today. Can form government making an alliance today?
3 months. 3 months shy of the election.
It's not possible. I think I don't know. Even their sponsors, you cannot even sponsor someone whom you see that he has no future. Chimochi nina vambao shalombolation.
Abo nimbeshiba kali abo. Ade na mwishiba kabili achikwata BP so talele mairo talele aletfie yo katwishinga nke mina jushena ala imina umuntu takwata nangu one word chairman one word ale ichushafye.
Otherwise, thank you so much, Mr. Moa. We are following the program.
Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's the other thing, guys. I mean, you can't agonize over whether or not you're going to stand as president. Councilor tawakwata, ward chairman wa makafie umo tawakwata. Uleti yo shilele. Shilele, I'm agonizing. Bushenke minina, bushena ala imina. Give me a break. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, is that one?
This is Mr. Mwewa from SML TV.
Okay. Yeah, I also want to contribute.
Please go ahead, sir. We can hear you loud and clear. What's your name, sir?
I'm calling from Kingola.
Mkwai Bamubanga, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to contribute about the current situation in Zambia.
Mkwai.
This is not the right time to start making alliances.
Yes.
To me, those people are not serious. Because we have to join hands. The things in Zambia this time is beyond the politics. We need to work. People are supposed to join hands with the current opposition.
Mm-hmm.
For example, just the tuition fees at the University of Zambia. This time, a poor person cannot take his child to the university without sponsorship from the government. Honestly,
mm-hmm.
Can you say we need to be politicking this time? This time is not the right time to start politicking. Time to join hands and see what we can do before the elections. Thank you. This is my contribution.
Thank you, sir. Bless you. Thank you. Hey, guys, that's all I had time for. I have to rock and roll. I got to go. Thanks for your contributions, guys, and thank you for commenting. Thank you for your participation. God bless you. Vote wisely. Peace.